Starchy diets, especially those centered around low fiber, highly refined carbohydrates, are quietly undermining gut health for millions of people. The average modern diet is filled with white rice, white bread, pasta, crackers, potatoes, instant noodles, and sugary snacks. While these foods are often seen as harmless staples or comfort foods, their impact on the digestive system is far from benign. In fact, high-starch, low-fiber eating patterns can disrupt the delicate ecosystem of the gut, feeding harmful bacteria, crowding out beneficial microbes, and triggering chronic digestive problems that many mistake for normal. The human gut contains trillions of microbes, bacteria, fungi, and other organisms that play essential roles in digestion, immune regulation, and even mental health. This microbial community, known as the gut microbiota, thrives on a variety of plant fibers and resistant starches that come from whole foods like vegetables, legumes, seeds, and intact grains. These fibers aren't digested by the body but instead reach the colon intact, where they serve as food for beneficial bacteria. This fermentation process produces short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, which are anti-inflammatory and essential for maintaining gut lining integrity and protecting against disease. But when the diet is dominated by refined starches, white flour, white rice, corn-based snacks, and sugar-laden convenience foods, the equation changes drastically. These carbohydrates are rapidly broken down and absorbed in the small intestine, meaning they never reach the colon in significant amounts. As a result, beneficial gut bacteria are essentially starved, while opportunistic or harmful microbes, which thrive on sugar and simple starches, begin to dominate. Over time, this shift can lead to gut dysbiosis, a microbial imbalance that has been linked to everything from IBS and bloating to autoimmune conditions and mental health disorders. One of the most immediate consequences of this imbalance is chronic bloating. When the wrong types of bacteria ferment residual starches and sugars that aren't fully digested, they can produce excessive gas, hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide that distends the abdomen, causes discomfort, and disrupts normal bowel function. Many people on high-starch diets experience daily bloating and irregularity and believe it's just a normal part of digestion. But it's not normal. It's a red flag that the gut is struggling to process what it's being fed. Worse still, the absence of sufficient dietary fiber in starchy diets can lead to slow intestinal transit time and constipation. Fiber not only feeds healthy microbes, it also adds bulk to the stool and promotes regular elimination. When refined carbs replace whole plant foods, bowel movements become less frequent, more difficult, and more painful. Over time, this can weaken the gut's natural rhythm and contribute to conditions like diverticulosis, hemorrhoids, or chronic gastrointestinal inflammation. The effect on gut barrier integrity is also concerning. A fiber-poor, starch-heavy diet reduces the production of SCFAs like butyrate, which are essential for strengthening the gut lining. Without them, the intestinal wall becomes more permeable, a condition often referred to as leaky gut. This allows endotoxins and partially digested food particles to pass into the bloodstream, triggering systemic inflammation and contributing to conditions like joint pain, skin problems, fatigue, and autoimmune flares. Ironically, many people with gut issues are told to eat bland, starchy foods, white rice, toast, crackers, especially during flare-ups. But long-term reliance on these foods often makes the problem worse. Instead of healing the gut, they maintain or worsen microbial imbalance and feed the very organisms that cause gas, bloating, and discomfort. The cycle continues. More discomfort leads to more starch-based meals, which leads to more imbalance, more symptoms, and greater digestive distress. Starchy diets can also impair the gut's immune function. Since 70% of the body's immune system resides in the gut lining, any damage or dysbiosis in this region directly impacts the body's ability to fight off pathogens and regulate inflammation. Over time, individuals on chronic high-starch diets may notice more frequent illnesses, slower recovery times, and increased food sensitivities, not realizing that the root of the problem lies in their daily dietary choices. Furthermore, gut health is tightly linked to mental health. The gut-brain axis, a direct communication pathway between the gastrointestinal tract and the brain, relies on a healthy microbiome for proper neurotransmitter production, mood stability, and cognitive function. When a starchy diet damages gut balance, symptoms like anxiety, Depression, brain fog, and irritability often follow. The gut is not just a digestive organ, it's an emotional and cognitive one, and its dysfunction reverberates far beyond the stomach. Unfortunately, food manufacturers have capitalized on the popularity of gut-friendly products by offering processed cereals, snack bars, and breads that contain minimal fiber and excessive refined starch, often with added probiotics sprinkled in as a marketing gimmick. But without a diet rich in real plant fibers, these products do little to support lasting gut health and may actually contribute to further imbalance. To protect the gut and overall health, it is critical to move away from starch-heavy, low-fiber diets and instead focus on whole, minimally processed foods that offer the complex carbohydrates, fibers, and resistant starches that the microbiome needs. Without this shift, the gut remains in a constant state of stress, overfed by sugar and starch, undernourished by fiber and phytochemicals, and the result is chronic digestive dysfunction that no probiotic pill or elimination diet can truly fix. In short, a starchy diet may feel familiar, comforting, and culturally ingrained, but the comfort is an illusion. Behind the scenes, it erodes gut integrity, promotes harmful bacteria, and sets the stage for a long list of chronic health conditions. Until fiber-rich whole foods reclaim their place at the center of the plate, poor gut health will remain a silent epidemic, fed spoonful by spoonful, day after day.